Hi, I'm David Neff, and welcome to another episode of the Lodestone channel where the truth matters. I wanted to do a tribute to Kobe Bryant. Like everybody else, I was in shock when I first heard about it. And actually, I was driving right by the Staples Center about noon. The accident was about 10 o'clock, and I saw a post on Facebook, and I thought, this must be bogus. Somebody's doing a joke. And then I kept scrolling, and no, it really did happen. And so after a few days of processing this, it just dawned on me, David, you know a couple people who know Kobe Bryant. I mean, they know Kobe Bryant. And so the first person who I know is my boy, Rich Marcucci, who lives in Williamstown, New Jersey. Now, how in the world do I know him? Well, we both went to the same church for about 6 months, and we worked in the youth group together. And Rich and his brother John is a dentist, and Rich's dad is a dentist, and they have a practice in Philadelphia. And they helped a lot with this youth group. We had about, I think we had about 50 youth in our youth group. And on Sunday, let's just say that we had a pretty good spread. There's a lot of diners in New Jersey and all these Italian pastries and everything. And we had an awesome display. I'm glad I got out of there because I probably weigh about 300 pounds by now with all the food. And of course they're Italians, and we had a lot of activities, and they just supported financially. I mean, we spoiled those kids, and we couldn't have done that without the Marcucci's. And they had a farm out where they had, and they'd invite all of us out there. Their youth groups would go out there, and they had a little gym and basketball courts and all that stuff. And so I have very fond memories of the Marcucci farm. And so after I left New Jersey to come back to California, wasn't long after that Rich started a basketball academy. Academy's been going on for about 30 years. One of the members, one of the alumni that attended his academy is none other than Kobe Bryant. Also, he had Carmelo Anthony, he had Lamar Odom, Kevin Durant, the Morris twins. Pretty impressive alumni, actually, that have gone through this academy in New Jersey. Now, and these were like high school players. These aren't the famous NBA players. So Rich knew them before anybody else knew who they were. And so he gets these high school players ready for college basketball to improve their skills. And some of these, I think they were just getting ready for the NBA and skip the college thing. Hello, Kobe. Anyway, so Rich was telling me about Kobe's last game. The week of his last game, a big sports organization decided to host some camps in Los Angeles for 1 week. And if you go to the camp, you're going to live in that camp, and you're going to live every day just like Kobe lives. So it's live like Kobe for a week. And got assigned to head up the Chinese contingent. A whole bunch of kids from China come over here, and some adults, some actually millionaires, to live like Kobe for a week. And so it was Rich with Julius Randle and D'Angelo Russell. And so they're helping to show these kids what it's like to live like Kobe lives in the Chinese part of this camp. And then at the end, the day before Kobe's last game, they had this banquet, the last day of the camp, the night before Kobe's last game. And the speakers were Rich, along with Rick Fox and Jalen Rose. And so it's interesting that after Kobe left the NBA, that he started camps, and the camps, of course, are for the girls, and that's where he was going when the helicopter went down. The second person that I know that knew Kobe very well was my next door neighbor in Santa Ana, Bernadette Lopez. And Bernadette was one of the chancellors at what my son always called it the UCI, because he was only 5 or 6 years old then. And so Bernadette would talk about Kobe all the time. She'd get lots of texts from him and phone calls, and he always wanted to know what was going on in her life and how you doing, and talk to me about what you're doing. He was always, that's the way he was. He was interested in her. He could care less about himself. But she was one of the chancellors, so she had access to the Bren Center, which is the basketball arena for UCI. And so she let Kobe go in there and shoot hoops all the time. So they built a relationship through that. And so I just thought, wow, there's two people who really knew what Kobe was all about. Kobe was absolutely driven by his desire for greatness through his effort. He was in a zone. He wanted to build a platform as a model for others to do the same. And this caused me to pause and lift up my hood, check the motor. How's my motor? Check my passion meter. Raise the bar. There's more that I can do. Get the Mamba attitude to advance the kingdom of God here on earth. A faithful influencer, impacting others' lives. All things Christ. Only Christ matters. Kobe said that when he stepped out on the court, he played like he was the 12th man on the bench. Like he had to perform. He had to bring his A game. So we got to use our A game. All in. And if you like the episode, click on like. If you want to subscribe. And until next time, God bless you real good.